dangerous. Did you have any idea it would do well, or was it just another low-budget film to go and try to get something out there?
Before we shot, nobody knows. Even me myself, and even the actors, they don't trust that will be like this season hot. And even the main actor, Yi, he don't want to do it.
Really?
Yeah, he rejected me so many times. I'm not going to act this movie. And because at that moment he's a very hot singer. He wants to protect his images. You know that cancer will be, he thought will make his images down and that image, something like that.
Did Jordan Chan-Soo-chun, did he feel the same way, or was he easier?
No, Jordan is easier. She just when remember that we just met in the theater, and it's very far away. I say, Jordan is close to each other. We close to each other. Hey, I should move it. Yeah, maybe you want it. Yes, he just said yes. So that's why he is in the movie. That is like the second one is for him. I mean, the first one is for Yi, but the second is major. That chicken is for chicken. So that's why the second one is for him.
Did Ekin ever come to you and thank you for the film? Because this made him a huge star.
Who?
Ekin.
Yes, after that we are very good friends. And I just talked to my son, somewhere there. When he was young, he gave a lot of things to my son, and till now we're very good friends too.
You shot the first film all over Hong Kong, on the streets and some of the night markets, and was this difficult to do? Did you have any permits, or you guys just went and shot?
No, this is very difficult. I remember that every day my stomach would pain. Yeah, because when we shoot in the Causeway Bay, that's most crowded area, there's no permit. I mean, they are not allowed you to shoot movie that in that kind of area. So we just go and shoot. And sometimes also when police come. So when we argue with police, blah, blah, blah. A lot, each night about six or 10 times. At that moment, I mean, the government is not helping the film industry. They just don't care and don't support that kind of thing at that moment. But now, a big change.
The police would come and give you guys a tough time. What about triads? Did you have to?
Yeah, they give us a good time. No, they know me, okay? I'm not trying to hide it. And they support because this movie is talking about that. So they are happy, they give a lot of help. And even when you saw the one in the ending scene, they have like 400 extras. Most of them are gangster. And I have my advisor is also gangster. Like a B God, B that he's a gangster. Yes, real gangster.
He has a big career as an actor.
Yes, I tell him, don't kill people, just kill people in movies. Yes, that's why I told them. I mean, I hire so many gangster members that in the movies, and you see the background is mostly they are all gangster. So I just say, don't fight in the street, fight in the movies. Don't give the energy to in the movies.
Did you do midnight previews for this to test with an audience?
We no need. I mean, in Hong Kong, the directors, it's okay. The movies is okay. But I remember that the first one, We finished like we shot about 1985, 1995. Is it okay?
Yeah, 95.
95, okay. And we finished about like August. Everything, we doctoring, mixing, everything was finished. And I have to wait for the release date. Nobody want to release my movies.
Why?
For that movie. Okay. So I wait until like January. I still remember January 15th. That is before Chinese New Year. This is the bad timing for a movie release because everybody don't want to go out to watch the movies because they wait for the Chinese New Year. They don't want to spend money on movies. And I still remember that we had two premiere in a midnight show. We call midnight show, like Saturday, 11:30. And the good news coming at afternoon. So many of the theater is, how to say,
Sold out.
sold out. And my office in Jinfajui, somewhere in Kowloon, and then we walk to the theater at the midnight, and then they heard so many people. Tell you faster, no ticket now. Where we go to buy the ticket for the young attenders? That night we are so happy. And then in the middle we check the box office, and my producer walked in and call to check off the box office. Suddenly they shout loud, "What?" whole theater. And I asked what. He said 1 million. It's nearly the whole Hong Kong and Kowloon theaters is full. So we start that service, go to train, champagne, blah blah blah. And then next day also they get a high box office.
And then,
That's it.
But at some point, you guys decided to make part 2 very fast.
No, I don't want to do part 2.
Really?
Yes. At that moment we start have my own company called BOB. Okay, at that moment I say after one I want to take a rest. And also I say I don't want that's fast money, because fast money. And then some investors say, if you don't shoot so many people follow your things. This is your thing, come on, shoot. And so we are very quickly to shoot the part 2. And I still remember that is the fast movie that I shoot. I shoot only 12 days.
12 days.
12 days finished. And then non-stop shooting. I mean, and when I shoot the day 8, the 8th day, and I look at my script, I'm almost finished. And I tell the production manager, tomorrow, just have call and shoot something. I don't want that short day finish the whole movies. And then we shot 12 days. And then we did about, I still remember that we just within shoot and mixing everything released within a month. So that released in Hong Kong. and then we go to Macau, Hong Kong, and Taipei.
12 days.
Yeah, 12 days.
You were also the director of photography, right?
Yes.
You must have been very a little bit tired?
Very tired. Because I hold in the cameras all days. So I only shoot 8 hours because my energy is that's it. Because we just always hold the camera, blah, blah, blah. We have no steady cam, no blah, blah, blah. So I think it's good because I'm the director too, so I don't need to say so many things that how to place the camera. Just I'll keep the camera and then I can shoot that.
one more question before we take questions from the audience. But every time you have a hit film, every time, the Hong Kong film industry is doing badly, and you have a hit film. How do you do this? No one else seems to know how to do this.
No, I just want to save myself. That's simple. And so many people say, oh, you are the savior of the Hong Kong film industry. I say no. I just want to save myself. I want to survive. So I try my best to shoot that. I mean, the hard period, I try my best to shoot some good movies.
Some questions from the audience. Yes, right there in the front.
Speak Mandarin.
I'm sorry, I'm a little Cantonese.
Okay, yes.
Thank you so much for being here. Love of Hong Kong film to you. Hong Kong, you're synonymous with Hong Kong film. And these days, it almost feels like we're going through a very transitional time in Chinese film in general, where we're seeing more period films and light films. Nothing like we're seeing, like we saw today, or in front of affairs. Do you see a point that we may go back to that more envelope-pushing, edgier plots that we saw back then?
For people who didn't hear the question, it was movies back at the time of Young and Dangerous are very dark. And now because of Chinese co-productions, they have to be a lot lighter. Will Hong Kong return to this style of filmmaking?
This is a very tough question for me. And last few years I shot a lot of, like, as you say, this co-production film. And because we shoot in China, we have so many branding. I mean, your script has censorship, that kind of things. So many subject matters you cannot touch, like what you cannot shoot. Never cannot shoot in China. So I try to make a method that how can I move in to make some like co-production projects like Hong Kong Film Net before. But it is hard because the censorship. I mean, that kind of subject you cannot shoot. Political subject you cannot shoot. I mean, in front of affair, that kind of movie you cannot shoot because you're telling the bad cops. They think there are no bad cops in China. And this is hard for us, but we have to face that kind of things. And then this few years, they're getting more open. And there are a lot of meetings between the film, China film, they control that censorship, that kind of people. The people is getting younger and younger, and then open-minded. And nowadays we can shoot some subject matter that police corruption in China. It's a more big step, therefore it's happy for us. And then I think we will change. Like Obama said, we will change. And we'll look forward that we will change. I mean, I'm still young, okay. Wait. So yes.
Another question. Anyone in the back that I'm not seeing? All the way? Yes, all the way, friend in the peak, way in the back.
This from China. This girl. Cantonese, not Hong Kongese.
The question was, sorry, Young and
I thought you translate. I mean, at that moment, comic is very popular in Hong Kong, and the comics look like Young Dennis. There's a lot of audience, and then this is like a commercial point of is a commercial thinking. If the comics book have that large group of audience, so we shoot that movie that normally we got quite good box office as this thing. But before the Young and Dangerous, so many people I mean we make some comics book, but is not success. But I think this is luckily that I always say I'm so lucky that when I shoot, like he say that every time the Hong Kong movies bad, I shoot something. I mean, it's lucky that I got that comics. And even initially is my hobbies. I mean, not the comic. Driving is my hobbies. So that's I like shoot that kind of driving, like Fast and Furious, that kind of thing. And next year will be the initial D, the second. I hope to be not too bad. I hope I can show.
Another question. Yes, right there.
What subject matter have you covered that you would like to tackle?
The question is, what has he not made a film about that he wants to make a film about?
Good question. Almost everything. Pride, love, and but last week I watched the Notting Hill, and I want to maybe I try to find a remake shoot in Beijing. The Notting Hill is very touching for me. At that last week when I alone I sit in the apartment to watch. It's good. Yeah, so I have that. Okay, next year maybe I buy the remake back to Hong Kong or Beijing to shoot that kind of movies.
Another question. Yes, right there.
So when I was watching Young Avengers 1 and 2, both of them kind of reminded me of some Hollywood movies. So I wonder, while you and your writer were doing the pre-production of the two movies, if any of you had any reference on American gangster movies, like West Side Story or Godfather? That's my first question.
No, it's based on the comics. I mean, this is a lot of true story. I mean, in the both movies, even part 3, part 4, part 5. Do you know we have we shoot 5, and we have the Pico, and we have like is it how to translate of Samuel? The Sister 13, that Peter Chan's wife, that we have also shoot that kind of thing. And I think book, okay, Moses is based on the real things. We do a lot of research from the gangster, even the big gangster. We have a lot of research, and we sit down with him and talk and go to look around what the life of the gangster. I did a lot of that kind of thing.
Oh, 2 for 1. Okay. Is it good?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I also heard that you're currently making another feature film about Chinese immigrant gangsters in New York City, and Mr. Marty Scorsese is the producer. Could you give us any update on that film?
I almost finished.
Oh.
There were 6 more days, and then we will finish like July 10th.
And just
Too much. No. Two per customer. Anyone else have a question? Wait, I saw someone all the way in the back. Yes, you in the middle. Nope, you, yes. Yes, you.
Since you're a comic cinematographer also, the movie you're working right now, how do you find working with another cinematographer? Can you talk about the process?
Any crew coming today? No Green Dragon crew, right? Any? No, only my AD. And luckily, this time, Of course, I use my method. I mean, when I hire the DOP, and I will talk to him, I will just follow what I said. I mean, this is quite. Quite hard for them. And I use a lot of particle light, but in the set I don't allow any extra light. Just very like a cine documentary. And luckily they follow that kind of things. And so that's why we shoot so fast. I mean, I still remember that every day we just shoot about 6 hours, maybe 7 hours. Yesterday's longest hour, we shoot about 10 hours. So luckily the crew can adapt my form. I mean, even it's lucky that you know me. I'm a DOP a long time ago. So I hire some young people. So they listen and they adapt and then they follow my so-called orders.
Actually, I have a quick question.
You know.
Oh. Over there on the wall, yes, right there.
可以，他也可以。
我想问一下，就是像您世界上这个古惑仔，还有之前很多这个香港电影，在国外都很受欢迎，但是这几年香港电影有一点就是在国外稍微衰落一点，就觉得未来香港电影在国际上的这个发展怎么看？
The question was, for example, Young and Dangerous and also your other films were well received internationally, and also other Hong Kong films. But recently, she was asking, we were kind of observing that Hong Kong film is going down a little bit on the international market. What do you see the future of Hong Kong film internationally?
I think now Hong Kong movies, I mean the industry is changing. Because as before the question, there were a lot of co-production in China. So we need that. We need some time to change a little bit. I mean, I think it's okay. Like a stock market, up and down is normal. We just try our best to make some good movies.
One more question from the audience. Yeah, I saw your hand first.
What inspired you shoot the Guazai? I mean, what's the story behind your personal life?
The question for anyone who didn't hear is what was the inspiration to shoot the first Young and Dangerous film?
And before Young and Dangerous, I remember that with Yigin to shoot the story of Temple Street. Anybody look at that movies? Yes. That inspired me that Yi Kin Chang can be like act a gangster, but not that is handsome gangster. I mean, Young and Dangerous is all 5 handsome boys. It's not like the old days, they are all gangsters like. So this is Young and Dangerous for me is like a young. The actor is young and beautiful and smart, that kind of thing. So after the story of Temple Street, inspired me that okay, you can find some good-looking guys to be gangsters.
Okay, we've got to wrap up. Folks, we're sticking around. Andrew Lau's The Last Tycoon is playing next. We'll be talking some more before the movie begins. But I always get the last question.
Okay.
And that is, so there are 5 Young and Dangerous. There are prequels. There are Sister 13. There's a chicken film, a Suchan
Yes.
film. Which one of all of them is your favorite?
Okay. No. I mean, of course, the first one. And the third one is, I like it. When we shot the third one, I remember that it's how to say it. What you want, you can shoot. In the third part 3, I mean, no part 3 here this time.
We couldn't find a print. We could only find a print of 1 and 2.
Why?
They're all
You have to help us. Yeah, get us a print. We'll show it next year.
We'll show every single one.
I saw the team in
Where?
Bangkok.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I tried. But we tried to like make 1, 2 people fight together.
Yeah.
We'll show them, sure. All right, folks, on that note, stick around for the last tycoon and more with Mr. Andrew Lau. Let's give him a big hand.